The Pokemon hype is officially picking up in 2026, my friends. Prices are going up. Sealed products, single cards, everything is going up. Has it got something to do with the 30 years coming up on the 27th of February? Has it got something to do with the rotation coming in April? You cannot deny that prices are going up. So last month I made a video about the SARs in Scarlet and Violet, their prices, and to now make a video in January to follow up. Because I knew prices would go up. I knew that the market would get spiced up because the 30 years is upon us, and you always know that new blood is coming in and they will be looking for those cards from Scarlet and Violet and even Sword and Shield and all that crap. Let's now take a look at the SARs from Scarlet and Violet and let's compare with the data from last month to see what are the difference. So first of all, let's start it off with Scarlet and Violet, the base set, God of War EX. In my opinion, it is a very beautiful card. Like I mentioned last month, prices of this card, they will go up definitely. In January, the price point of this card is 50 euros, which for this card is not a huge difference with last month because then it was around 47. My estimation then was that the price was about 45 to 50 euros that you could get the card. For the moment, that seems to be still the case for this card. Popularity for the base set has never been very big. For the moment, that is still under control. But is it for all the rest? The second one that we already get on our plate is Magikarp in Paldea Evolved. Also a very popular card. Well, it was very popular, but is it still popular? For the moment, the price trend is 286. But my friends, the price trend in December, mid-December, was only 174. Which means a big difference in price trend. Let's now take a look. What are the prices doing? So you already need to scroll down a little bit to find the decent cards, because otherwise you are finding EXs, goods, PSA 8s. If you are looking for a near mint, a near mint, like a PSA 9 for example, you already need to scroll down. Last month my expectation was that you could find a card for about 200 to 220 euros. That has gone up. So this card is going up, my friends. The trend has already been started for Magikarp. 220, that's now off center. Plain and simple. You already have here one other 235, one widening dot. This estimation has gone up that now you are looking at perhaps 220, between 220 and 250 for perhaps, hopefully, well, a decent card. But let's continue. We have Charizard EX Obsidian Flames. A lot of people are bashing Obsidian Flames. It is, and it was, a Charizard only set. This was the the chase card, the only valuable card. So the price trend in January is 80 euros, but that is a huge difference, negatively speaking, then in comparison with December. In December it was still 119. That is a huge decline. So this set, it's not doing great, but that was to be expected. If you now want to pick up a clean copy and you still need to cross your fingers, you are looking at a price hovering around 80 euros. Which is still comparable because last month my estimation was between 75 and 80. So that has not really changed. Only the price trend on card market. So, but I don't know, I don't understand the algorithm. Then we have another Charizard, but for 151, my friends. This one as well. The price trend now is 222 and in December it was 268. Are people getting fed up with Charizard? There is something going on. Okay, we are getting a lot of Charizard lately and people are focusing on the new Charizard and not on the old and grey ones. They are going out of print, don't forget that. They are going out of rotation now in April. So 151 goes out of print, OBF goes out of print. What will the price for these single cards do? For the moment, they are going down. But perhaps in the future that could turn. If you now take a closer look, if you want to pick up a clean copy, you're looking at, I think, between 230 and 240. Could already be a good start to get a clean copy, which is still comparable with December. Then we have Groudon Paradox Rift. For the moment, the price trend is going around 79 euros, which is not a big difference with last month. Last month it was 75. Then my estimation was that you could pick up a nice and clean card between 75 and 80 euros. That still looks to be the case. So no real changes for Groudon. Will it now pick up? This is also going out of print. Paradox Rift, you can still find it, but not so easily anymore. And I expect once April has come and has gone, that prices for those sealed products will go up as well. And then sealed product will go up, and you know that slowly but still those single cards will also go up. Then we have Mew, Bubble Mew Paldean Fates. I know someone that is still looking for this card desperately. Perhaps he should just buy the damn card. Price trend this month $3.95. Which is a big difference with last month. Last month it was 282. Okay, I need to mention last month 282. That was just rock bottom. That I don't understand. But if you take a close look here now, if you want to pick up a clean card here, you're hovering around 400 euros, plain and simple, for a near mint card. Which is definitely an increase from last month, because last month my estimation was that you could pick up a clean card between 360 and 380 euros. So my friends, this card will go up. If you want to buy it now. Don't wait. My estimation is, my friends, that now in 2026, this card will easily reach 500 euros. You do what you want. Don't say, I didn't want you. Bubble Mew to the moon. Then we have Raging Bolt. Temporal Forces. Not a very popular set. I know that. Will it ever become popular? I don't know. Well, it's better than Obsidian Flames. For the moment, the price trend is around 62 euros, which is a slight decline if we compare with last month. Then it was 65. The price that I said then that you could pick up a clean copy was around 60 euros. That has not changed. You can still try to pick up a near mint clean copy around 60 euros, which is not bad. Will this card ever go up again? I estimate yes, but not directly. So it could be an investment, but it's a long-term investment. Then we have Greninja. Okay, this is a really good investment, my friends. Greninja, it's a nice card. Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade was not a bad set, although that a lot of people have that opinion. The price trend last month was 173. This month it is 247. Price trend last month was just garbage. I don't know. If you now want to pick up a clean copy, according to me, you are looking at a price between 260 and 280. Which is in the same ballpark as last month. Last month I said between 260 and 300. But I get the impression that you could perhaps already pick up a near mint copy between 260 and 280. If you want to do it, just do it, but make sure it's a very clean copy. Then we come to Shrouded Fable, my friends. It's very difficult to convince people that Shrouded Fable actually is not a bad set. It's the worst set pretty much of Scarlet and Violet. Well, it's battling Obsidian Flames, to be honest. But okay, if we now take a look at Persian, that price trend for the moment is 38. Which is a decline from last month, because last month it was hovering around 48 euros. If you now want to pick up a clean card of Persian, you are looking at a price between, well, I would say between 35 and 40 euros, which should be doable. Which is exactly the same as last month. Shrouded Fable is not moving a lot, and it could still be a good pickup. Will this card go up? Yeah, in 2030 or something, but... I'm just kidding. In the end, eventually it will go up a little bit, but you're not going to become a millionaire with it. Squirtle. In my opinion, this is a very, very good card. Undervalued. The value of this card, it's Squirtle, it's a nice card. This card should be a lot higher. And in the future it will, but I think it will take until the set goes out of rotation. Which I think isn't that in 2027 that it goes out of rotation? I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. For the moment, the price trend is going for around 53 euros, which is pretty much the same as last month because it was 55. If we now want to pick up a clean copy, we are looking at perhaps between 60 and let's say 60-65. Seems to be a bit cheaper in comparison with what we have seen last month. Are people trying to ditch the card? Could be. Would I recommend buying this card for your sealed collection and in the hope that it goes up in the future? Yes. Try to obtain a clean copy for a decent price for your sealed collection and you will make a profit in the end. You just gotta be patient, but it's a nice card. Trust me on that. Then we have Pika Pika. So this card, we had a reprint in December. I think the reprint came after my video. Or people still needed to open booster packs. A ton of product hit the market. A lot of booster boxes at pretty decent prices. I have seen booster boxes go between 220 and 250, which was not bad, especially if you see that, okay, currently the price trend for this Pika Pika card is 263, and last month that was hovering around 200 euros. So the popularity is spiking a little bit, but the price trend does not say all, because the price trend was around 200 euros last month, but to pick up a clean copy, that was between 280 and 320. But what is it now in January? You can find it a little bit cheaper. I think you can start off at around 260, between 260 and 290. I think now you can try to pick up a cleaner copy. Everybody is undercutting everybody. Everybody wants to perhaps get rid of the card, a quick buck. You could get lucky. Make sure you get a clean copy and try to get it perhaps between 260 to 290. Then you got a very good card. This card definitely will go up. It is Pikachu, my friends. Come on, don't sleep on Pikachu. You will suffocate Pikachu. Then Umbreon, Moonbreon. Strange behavior in the price trend. The price trend last month was 1002. Now 770. And also the price to pick up a copy has come down. Not so much as the price trend, but it has come down. Is this now interesting? We had a reprint of Prismatic Evolutions. I think it was the booster bundles, and then also I have seen some from those binder collections popping up and things like that, and then also some collection boxes. So the price per pack came down. People have perhaps said, prices are coming down, let's rip some packs. Prismatic Evolutions is a nightmare for whipping. Pull rates, not so good. Quality, can be better. Perhaps additional Moonbreons hit the market. Most likely. With a card like this, make sure always ask pictures. Do never buy through card market or anywhere without asking multiple pictures. You need to be sure. This card has such detail that it is already very difficult just by judging a picture to just to be sure that the quality is good. And if you buy such a card, it needs to be very good. But if you now take a close look, okay, from which price can you pick it up? Starting price, yeah, I would say 875. Let's start at 875. Between 875 and 1000, you could already pick a copy up, which is a difference because last month that estimation was between 1000 and 1100. That's already a difference. So it is up to you. Are you going to take this opportunity? Because if you wait too long, this will go easily above 1000 euros again. And don't count on it on finding cards in mint condition raw on card market. Everybody that has 5 brain cells will know if they have a very clean mint copy, they will send it off for grading and they will not offer it raw. Just my 5 cents. Don't think that you will get lucky in that. Lily's Clefairy, Journey Together. Journey Together also not a bad set. I keep saying it and I will never shut the hell up. January, 94 euros, which is almost 10 euros less than last month. Last month it was above 100 euros. So the price trend indicates it is coming down. Let's now take here, okay, you can start picking it up, let's say between 125 and 135. If I take a closer look, you already see here CGC 8. Don't do it. Slightly off center. Small ding on front top lip. Okay, scratch that. Start looking from 135 and up. So between 135 euros and 145, my friends, you could most likely pick up a clean copy, which is pretty much in the same ballpark as last month. Last month, my estimation was between 125 and 140, so it did not change a lot. But it is also Journey Together. I don't think Journey Together is being whipped that often. I have a whip and ship. Nobody buys a Journey. I got a ton of Journey Together booster packs, but they never get sold. Yeah, people don't like the set. Plain and simple, so it's probably not whipped a lot. Talking about something that is being whipped a lot, Destined Rivals, my friends. Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. This is a very popular SAR. We all know why. It is a Team Rocket set. Price trend at this moment 505 euros, which is a shocker, which is a bit less than last month. Last month it was 539. But okay, does that also reflect at which prices you can start picking it up? You can see that the price is lower. But okay, small pressure point in corner. Let's see, pack fresh, boosted to sleeve. If we now take a closer look, perhaps you can already pick it up between 475 and 550, let's say. Okay, that's a very big window, but if you see here now, between 475 and 5, there were only 4 offers. So that goes pretty fast. Is it an opportunity perhaps to buy at 475? If it's very clean, don't sleep on it. That is a very good opportunity, because otherwise you are easily looking at a price of 550. And last month, my estimation was between 500 and 600 euros. Could just be that someone is trying to undercut here. Does anybody want a good steal? Look it up. Rheinshoe on card market from the Netherlands. 475, my friends. Then we got Reshiram EX. Will Black Bolt White Flare ever become so popular? I don't know. Probably when they are out of print, when they are not on the shelves anymore, then everybody will say, oh, do you remember those BWRs? Oh man, oh, that Victini. I would love a Victini. We'll get to the Victini. Hang on. Hold your horses, like I like to say. Price trend January 328 euros, which is almost 50 euros higher than last month. So, okay, does that now mean that White Flare is becoming more popular? No. Black Bolt is popular. If we need to compare, then Black Bolt is more popular than White Flare. I can tell you, my friends, I had this card. It is a beautiful card as well. Don't neglect White Flare either. But okay, if we now need to look at, okay, between which price we can pick up a clean copy. My estimation would be between 280 and 300 euros, which is already a difference, because last month my estimation was between 280 and 320. Perhaps there are now more offers between 280 and 300. That makes it a little bit easier. If you're looking for a clean copy, be careful, because a lot of these cards are off center, and some pretty bad. Then we have our first Victini, the Victini from White Flare. Also, these cards are off center like a mother. Beep! Yep. Oh yeah, had it. Been there, done that. Yikes! It is more valuable than the BWR, Reshiram or Zekrom. Why is that? Well, I would use the word unique, but then Pokemon decided to put the exact same card in Black Bolt. Oh, that's just a shit show. Price trend at this moment 262, which does not reflect the prices which are available here. And also, last month the price trend was 100 euros more. That was a bit more correct. Now this month that has gone to the crapper. But if we want to pick up a clean copy, I would not start too low either. There are not so many offers, 123 cards. Pull rates are extremely difficult. I had mine from a damn poster collection. If I now look at, okay, between which price you could try to pick up this card, well, I would say between 350 and 380. That could be a good pickup price for this card in a near mint condition. But once again, pictures before you buy. This is a bit in the same ballpark as last month in my estimations. Zekrom, 208 cards available, and price trend 264, which is pretty much identical with last month. 4 euros different. It was 264 in December. Okay. We are not going to bitch about 4 euros. Okay. But now, if we now take a closer look, for which price can you pick up Zekrom? Okay. Yeah, off center here, which is pretty common with these ones. Starting at 290, between 290 and 310, perhaps is a good opportunity. Depending also, of course, the country where it's coming from, which is lower than my estimation from last month, because last month my estimation was between 300 and 350. So the interest for these BWRs is dropping. At a certain point, you know that will go up again. These are special cards. Reshiram, Zekrom and Victini, they are good cards. In the future, prices will go up. Is it now smart to buy the English variant or to invest in the Japanese? For Reshiram and Zekrom, I would say English. For Victini, I'm still more looking towards Victini, because Victini on the Japanese side is a promo card. That's just my 2 cents. But being it a promo card makes it also a little bit difficult perhaps to find a decent copy, because usually the Japanese have taken it out and they are grading it themselves pretty much. That's their whole market, that's their business, and it was just in a damn sleeve, so yeah, plastic wrapper, so they could easily inspect it without unpacking it, and if it's not good, they sell it to you. That's why I have not bought any copies from Japan. I didn't want to touch that Victini. Then we have Victini English number 2. Price trend 314. So if we now take a look, price trend here was 262. Then this same Victini 314. That's already a difference. If we now compare, okay, actual prices, it's starting here 315. Most of them are 350 to 400. If we now take a closer look here, seems like here it's, yeah, there are a bit more offers, a bit lower. Could be that they are in a bit worse quality. If you don't mind from exactly which set it is, just look which Victini is cheaper and try to pick that up. In the end, I don't think a lot of people will mind that it is from Black Bolt or from White Flare. It remains the red Victini. So that's up to you. But we have 123 available here in White Flare, and we have 122. Very comparable. Very comparable. Picking up a clean copy here, yeah, same thing. I would also say between has a unique error. Ooh, it's a unique error. Oh my god, sounds exciting. I'm getting all warm and fuzzy. If you look at here, I would perhaps say between 370 and 390, perhaps 400. And then we have here CGC 7 error graded. I'm curious. Error graded. Yeah, that is a bit my overview comparison with what I said in December about the SARs from Scarlet and Violet. Now I know if you are going to look at the video from December, you will say, hey, Siki, you didn't do all. In the video from December, you included also the ones from Mega Evolution. I'm not going to do that. I want to keep that for the future. I don't feel that is worth my time for the moment. Perhaps in another video that I can strictly look at the chase cards or the art wares and the secret art wares from Mega Evolution itself and Phantasmal Flames, and then the future set Ascended Heroes. I wanted now to split up specifically Scarlet and Violet. Half of Scarlet and Violet is going out of rotation. I just want to focus a little bit more on that. Sword and Shield, a lot of people don't have that much interest in that. A lot of people are sticking in that Scarlet and Violet era and they are focusing on that. Because if you see the hype around Mega Evolution, it is not so big as you would expect. Prices are coming down significantly. There is a ton of product. Phantasmal Flames now, for example. It's a very small set. All about Charizard is Obsidian Flames 2.0. It will be proven in the future. But okay, that was now the video. If you've liked this and if you want me to continue the trend in February, and if you also want me to do this for the Japanese cards, because there the price changes are a lot worse, my friends, could be interesting. I don't know if you like that. If you would like to see that, drop a comment down below. And you know what to do. Click those damn buttons. Support the channel. We wanna grow. Whoop, whoop. And I will see you in the next one. I'm out.